Let's talk about pedestrian accidents. In the last few years in the state of Washington, each year there were over 2,000 pedestrian motor vehicle accidents. So always consult an experienced injury attorney for your pedestrian accident. Here, one of the first things we do for a pedestrian accident is to figure out who all the potentially responsible parties are. There's more involved than a more straightforward auto accident. So certainly there's the other car, most likely distracted driving, some sort of negligence on the driver of the other car that caused them to strike the pedestrian. We also look at defects in the roadway, road design. Oftentimes cities, counties, even the state of Washington may be responsible. So we look at the accident history in the particular crosswalk or intersection, the roadway. If there's an unsafe history of pedestrian collisions, then again, the city, county, and or the state of Washington may be responsible. What are some of the differences between an auto accident and a pedestrian accident? Well, a pedestrian actually has more rights than a driver of a motor vehicle. First of all, the pedestrian is entitled to the PIP coverage of the other driver. So that's for medical expense, wage loss, essential services, household chores that one is not able to do because of their injuries. And then the pedestrian is also entitled to their own PIP coverage, personal injury protection, again, for past medical expense, wage loss, essential services. Certainly the pedestrian is entitled to the other driver's liability insurance because it's their fault. And then there's also the pedestrian's own auto policy for the underinsured motorist coverage. So the pedestrian is also entitled to that. So as you can see, along with more potentially responsible parties, there are more rights involved with a pedestrian accident. A pedestrian is very vulnerable. They are a special class. They are a protected class in the state of Washington. So we have experienced very good results in pedestrian accidents because of their vulnerability. Oftentimes, we're dealing with catastrophic injuries. When a vehicle strikes a pedestrian, we're dealing with fractures, concussions, closed head injury, traumatic brain injury. So always be sure, because there are so many rights that need to be enforced and advocated, always make sure you contact an experienced injury attorney for your pedestrian accident. Thank you.